you know, because things suck right now. But you have to believe in utopia to keep going. Hello, my name is Kat Frankie. I'm a musician and I'm here at DIFFUS and I'm talking about my new album.
Do you think your music could be described as melancholic protest music?
If you want to call it melancholic protest music, I think that's a pretty appropriate description because, you know, there's some anger there, but there's also some melancholy there. I think that would be right.
Why the fuck is there a dove on your new cover?
Yeah, for me, having the dove on the cover was I didn't totally plan it. I wanted to have a bird, like a symbol of freedom, a symbol of utopia, of revolution. And of course, it's also a symbol of peace. You know, it just happens that the album is coming out now where, you know, this kind of iconography is very relevant. It's something that it was sort of unintentionally intentional, I suppose. It's the only way I can describe it. Just all the elements combined to create that really beautiful image.
Could you tell us a bit about your visual concept?
For the whole album, I wanted it to live in the same visual world. At the time when I was writing the songs, and particularly when I wrote the song Shiny Things, to me, it has a very Baroque sensibility. It's quite dramatic, it's quite over the top, it's also quite humanist, I suppose, in a way. And so I wanted all of the videos also to live in this world and to kind of reinforce that vision. So I had this idea for the Shiny Things video that it would look like a Renaissance painting. Yeah, developing it, I saw some works by an Italian theatre company where they were making a tableau vivant, like a living painting, and they were recreating works by Caravaggio. And so I was inspired by this for the Shiny Things video, and that turned into what became the Love video, which is also inspired by Renaissance era landscape painting. I thought it would be quite beautiful and it would just fit the aesthetic.
Why did you decide to collab with Pharma and Boop?
So when I wrote Love, I didn't know what key I wanted it to be in. I was sort of singing it up high and then I was singing it down low, and then I thought I could do both. And so I put the first half a little bit higher and the second half a bit lower, and then I thought, oh, this could be a duet. And I was thinking about who could sing deeply and beautifully. Actually, my first thought was to ask Pharma and Boop from Olysea. Yeah, I was really happy that when I asked her, she said yes straight away. And yeah, and I just love singing with her, and I just think her voice is incredibly beautiful. It was a no-brainer. Of course I was going to ask her. She's amazing.
When did you realize you want to be a singer?
I don't have a memory of deciding when I wanted to be a singer, because it was just something that I always did. Like from being a child, I would make up songs, I would sing all the time, I would annoy everybody, I would put on shows and perform and sing in front of the school. And so I can't really remember a time when I wasn't singing. And I think it's just something that always just felt very nice to do. It's something that, it's just something that always came naturally. And yeah, so I never made a decision. I always just liked how it felt. And so I just kept doing it.
Do you remember the first song you've ever written?
I don't know if it's the oldest, like the first song I ever wrote, but I have a memory of being about 6 years old and sitting down in the hallway of my parents' house with giant pieces of paper, writing a song about dinosaurs.
How do you come up with the topics in your songs?
You know, I would say the last couple of years, you know, there's a lot of people have been stuck at home or have been unemployed, and we've all had a little bit more time to think and to research and to read about the world and to think about what kind of world we want to live in. Not having any shows to do, obviously, I also had some time on my hands. You know, I mean, it's not really just the last couple of years, it's certainly been creeping in over time, but there's an ongoing discussion about what is the power of art, what is its influence, you know, what is the point? Certainly, you know, we have quite a difficult situation in Europe at the moment, and one of the things that you see is artists obviously writing songs about political topics or performing at demonstrations and protests, and we're getting involved in this way. But sometimes it's a question of, you know, is creating the art, is creating the soundtrack enough? And that's a question that you know, that I'm sort of just scratching the surface of at the moment. So some of these ideas are creeping into the lyrics because I'm just processing them. So something like The Sea, which is a song about imperialism, which is quite timely at the moment. Also on the album, there's a song called Be Like Water, which is about the protest movements in Hong Kong for the last few years. And it's really just a matter of looking into, yeah, is it enough? Is it enough to create the art, or should we be doing more? Can we be doing more? And what is it?
Are you more team utopia or team dystopia?
I'm like it's a pendulum. At the moment, I have to admit I'm a little bit more team dystopia than utopia. You know, because things suck right now. But you have to believe in utopia to keep going.
How is your connection to your home country, Australia?
When I first came here, I avoided Australians like they were the plague. Like, I didn't want to hang around Australians. I just wanted to hang around Germans and, you know, and make Berlin friends. But I mean, I've been here for a while now, and I have to say, working with another Australian artist has been really nice because, you know, similar jokes and stories and references and just having that level of understanding is actually really nice.
Is there any chance for a new Kyoma record?
Maybe. We've got, yeah, I mean, my current album isn't out yet, but yeah, there will be another Kyoma record, but it's, you know, at the moment we're just, we're dropping singles and we'll see. But yeah, there's definitely going to be one, at least one more.